gosh, I'm so excited to be back on this platform. Let me move this up real quick. Hello. So, let me tell you where I have been over the past few months. I won't even say a couple of months. Over the past few months, and now, as you know, if you have been on this channel and you've been like watching and paying attention, I have not posted a video since May. As of this recording on October 6, 2020, it's been 146 days since I have created a YouTube video. And there's are reasons why, and we will explain, well, we'll get into that and I'll explain it to you in this video. So I know you've been wondering like, well, wow, like she's been putting out content and then all of a sudden everything just completely stopped. What happened to her? Where did she go? And like, will we ever see her again? Well, of course, here I am. I'm still here. I'm still, looking at comments on my videos and trying to reply to them as much as possible. But I had to take a step back. And it wasn't like a step back in a way of like, oh, okay, everything's just getting overwhelming. I'm gonna just take a step back. I honestly took a step back from YouTube because I was becoming uninspired. And let me make sure this is a little not as crooked. I was becoming uninspired. And when I say uninspired, I was becoming uninspired with the content that I was creating. I was getting uninspired with continuously talking about the same thing. Every single week, I would talk about something that regards about YouTube, how to grow your YouTube business or your YouTube channel, how to do this on YouTube, how to do that on YouTube, how to do this, how to do that. And it started to become very repetitive. And I am not the type of person that likes to do repetitive things. I'm just not. Like, if I do it one time, I feel like that should be good enough. I shouldn't have to make another version of a video and do it for the 2021 version or the 2020 version. So I was becoming very uninspired with my content, with my channel, because I knew that I wanted to do things differently. I knew that I wanted to branch out with my YouTube channel. I just didn't know how. And of course, I was, putting out courses and, like doing webinars and things like that. And it was absolutely, like, I had so much fun with it. But after that last video that I created, and it was titled, it was a book review on When to Jump, which is one of, like, my absolute favorite books in the entire world. I just said, okay, you know what? Let's take a step back. Because I didn't want my content to keep being repetitive and you all keep seeing the same things. Now, it's so funny that I've had this feeling because I was watching a video from another YouTuber that I have subscribed to since like forever. Her name is Symone and she created a video. That you can check out right here. She created a video that was basically saying like what I was feeling. And it was kind of like confirmation to me that I was doing the right thing and it was okay for me to do a video like this, change my entire platform, because I've been wanting to do videos that just simply talk to you about life in general, things that you should want to know, or things that can kind of help you, give you more business tips, and not simply just focus on YouTube itself. I love being on video. I love creating content and I love engaging with you all, talking to you all. But I just felt that YouTube was just not, let me put it this way. Talking about YouTube was just not in my forte. It was just not something that I wanted to continue doing in my business. And I knew it. But the thing is that when you have this feeling and you tell certain people and they tell you to keep going, that's when you get aggravated, right? So of course, I would tell people, they're like, oh my God, well, you do so well on YouTube, you do this, you do that, and you should keep going. And I'm like, no, not at the way that things are going, So I was very, I won't say depressed, but I just wasn't inspired to keep creating content, which is why I have not posted a video in 146 days. So what has happened in 146 days in my life, in my business, and why am I doing this video right now? Well, here we go. So, of course, the last video, now I'm looking at my computer. I don't even have it up. I don't even have my glasses on, y'all. So, I'm not that blind. I don't want you, my vision's not that bad. But for the sake of this video, like, my glasses have like scratches all over it. I'm waiting on my new 2 glasses to come in. So we can see, like, my last video, of course, was 146 days ago. So if I go to my own channel, what was the last video that I created? And it was titled When to Jump by Mike Lewis, 3 Lessons Learned. So I created that video because, number one, I was in the process of jumping. Not necessarily jumping with my YouTube channel, but jumping in my career outside of my business. So, of course, most of you probably do not know, my career is being a pharmacy technician, working in an oncology pharmacy. So of course that means dealing with cancer medications every single day. I won't say every single day because I basically make my own schedule, but so I was in the process of jumping from another job because I actually got hired for another job back in February of 2020, and it was just starting to become too much because my business was growing. I created this YouTube Kickstarter bundle course that did extremely well, which we'll do another video about that like another week, but it did extremely well, helped me hit my very first 5 figures of my business ever, which is exciting. And I was getting all these students in, and I was like, okay, cool, here's a YouTube course, you know, go through this. It's kind of help you with your strategy, things like that. Even while I was doing that course and I created it and I put it out and I was marketing it using webinars, things like that, I was still uninspired. It just wasn't me. And I knew that I did not want to continue to be a YouTube specialist forever. Okay. Now that's one thing that most people don't really understand, is that when you are on another path and things are kind of calling you to do something different, you should go ahead and do it. Most people are like, oh my gosh, well, that's new territory. I've never done it before. And it's like you're walking into things that you've never done ever in your life. And that's what I was kind of doing. I was walking into a place, into a space in my business where I've never been before. I've never had the 5-figure success. I've never had students coming to me and asking me to coach them on YouTube. It was like freaking fantastic. So that was like February, March, April, and then in May, I knew that I was going to quit my job. I knew that I was going to quit my job, and I said, okay, you know, I'm listening to this audiobook on my way to work and from work. I've also have been reading it as well physically. So I was like, the time to jump is now. The time to jump is now. Because if you want to keep this certain amount of income going, something has to go away, and you have to figure out what is your passion. This is all of the things that I was telling myself. Is this your passion? Do you want to continue doing this forever, or do you want to keep limiting yourself to a certain amount of income that you know is not really truly going to help you? So I had to let it go. But here's the thing: it wasn't until around mid-June that I had my stepfather pass away from terminal brain cancer. Was when I said, you know what, this is it. I can't do it anymore. Because literally, I want to say, when I created that video, When to Jump by Mike Lewis, that video, I had 2 family members pass away in May on the same day. And that kind of let me know. I was like, okay, cool. you gotta do something. You absolutely have to do something. And then I said, okay, cool. Well, maybe I can hold on for it just a little bit longer. But when my stepfather passed away from brain cancer, I said, you know what? That's it. I can't do it. But I still was not inspired to create any videos during that time, because I just didn't want to. I was like, okay, I'm tired of doing the whole YouTube stuff. I'm tired of doing YouTube tutorials and, you know, talking about the same thing and not really showing my personality on my channel, because I just wasn't, you know, like I'm talking to friends and, you know, talking to them, being, you know, being myself. But when it came to YouTube, I had to snap on and be this YouTube teacher. And I just felt like my channel was not growing because of that, because I'm being like doing whatever everybody else is doing. I want it to be different. I want my channel to be different. So that's why this type of video is different. It's different because I wanted to speak with you. I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to just kind of tell you certain things that have been going on in my life and my business to kind of help you get to where you want to go. That is the goal. Even though right now I have it to where it says, you know, I'm an online course creation specialist and YouTube coach, I still do teach YouTube. If you want to learn about it, I can teach you about it. And that's not an issue, but it's just that the content that we are going to be talking about from now on is definitely going to change. And that is why I'm doing this video 146 days later. That is why I'm doing this video 146 days later, because I want you to know that it's okay to be different. It's okay to do things differently from other people. It's okay to really show your personality on your videos, right? So this is just my experience over the past few months since May. And during that time, yes, I have been silent. I have not really been posting on social media like I always used to, because I was really going through a lot. I was going through a lot, and after my stepfather passed, I just kind of went into a bubble. And I didn't really get out of that bubble until the day after his birthday, which was September 4th. So on September 5th is when I got out of my bubble. But I still managed to launch a course and have 2 students get in it. Join the course, learn everything that I did this spring, and replicate it for their own business. That is what happened. So, you know, I was not on YouTube. I was still kind of like replying to comments, but I just truly went into a bubble because I was like, this is not, I can't be like this forever. And it really kind of opened my eyes to like, to say like, you know, yes, he passed away, but sometimes you have to let other things go because it's time to let it go. It's time to let the past die in order for your future to grow. And that's the message that I got from his passing. And so that's when I said, you know what? I'm not going to do the same type of content that I was doing. Like, the tutorial videos were great. Absolutely love them. But it took a lot of time and a lot of energy to do those. It took a lot of time and a lot of energy to do it because it was time consuming. It was time consuming, and you know, you're having to look and see what other YouTube creators are doing to where you're like, okay, cool. Well, I know this tutorial, I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna do this. You know, this video worked really well for them. I'm gonna do it too because I want to replicate the success. Like, it was just a lot. And I said, okay, in order for me to really truly be different, I got to do something different. So this video is also kind of like a thank you video to Sunny for kind of breaking the norm. On YouTube, breaking the norm, breaking that stigma that, you know, you have to like look at other content creators' content and replicate it and be successful, things like that, because that's what I was taught. I was taught by other YouTube creators, like, this is what you do. So in order for me to be different, of course, you know, I've always had this thought. I've always had this thought of, okay, you're going to do something different, but you have to change the norm, right? You got to change the norm. So I am thankful for the subscribers that are still here. You're still coming. I'm excited for you. I've never been more excited in my life as to how the journey of my new course is going, where my students are going, and where this channel is going. That's what I'm more excited about, because it's going to be different. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you being here. I'm excited for you watching this content and just sticking around with me. and hanging out with me, because we are definitely going to go on a different journey with this YouTube channel. And I'm so excited to share my wins, my successes, my fails with you, things I have learned. Of course, we know we may still do some YouTube tutorials every now and then, talk more about YouTube, but this is truly a channel where you can come and watch and have somebody relate to you with the situations that you're going through. That's what this is all about. So I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I will talk to you all very soon. More than likely it'll be next week, because we're going to talk about how I was able to make the 5 figures in my business and the exact steps that I did it, and how you can learn how to do the same. All right, so that'll probably be the next video. So I can't wait to talk to you, and I want to thank you for watching this video, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Have a good one.